I spent the last 7 years of my life working in a cabaret as a bartender. A lot of the flow and a lot of the color and probably the design come from all the show I've been able to see, and also all the drag queen, all the people from the night, all that crazy, those crazy kids I've been working with. I think all of that been feeding a lot of things that I'm expressing through leather, but it's more an expression than anything else. My name is Simon. I'm French originally, been living here for 12 years. People call me designer or artist. I think I'm more of a lunatic, experimenting a new thing, which is leather. Quite like it, and I quite like the contact and the world they open to me. My inspiration mainly come from, it will sound cheesy, but it's real. I mean, women in general, especially movement of the body, shape. After, I think I'm like a bit of everybody who design or create thing, everything is an inspiration. But yeah, mainly my source of inspiration is body shape, I would say. Should have changed blade. So the first is to pre-print what we're going to use. It's like applying a pen, if you want, because you're going to mark the leather. The problem with leather is you cannot make mistake. It's not like fabric where you can actually unthread it and restore it over it. You have to keep in mind that whatever you're going to do is going to stay like that. Even the pattern, I will cut that one and I will use that one to make the copy. Because even by cutting it, it will never be the same as that, which make each piece pretty much unique at the beginning. By marking the leather first, you can follow the roots of it and the base. But you see, for example, you won't have the same line. So that's what takes time in leather, is the cutting. The cutting part is pretty much the longest, and after deciding on the design. I'm autodidact on all of that, so I don't know any name of anything in particular, for being honest. I'm really bad. I'm making things with the feeling, and I'm using the tool while making mistake, and I learn how to use them by making mistake. We've got a little angle, and it's the same thing as wood. It's like a wood chisel, but a teeny one. Again, the flip side. You can move on the side. Used to stop myself. How you're gonna do it is gonna determine how everything is gonna look at the end. It's always the same thing. It's by taking pleasure on something while you're making it, and while feeling the texture, the material you're using, the inspiration come most of the time. I started something, I don't know what I'm gonna do. So with that round thing, just gonna go around all of it and flipping it a bit like the moon around the sun, or the sun around the moon, or whatever the one is turning around the other. So for that model, I should need about 4 or 5 of them. As the other one, we're gonna have to round the edges. So it's all about the regularity on it, to make sure that it's round and following the thing. The love of normal fabric and the love of wood, if they had a kid, it would be leather. How to explain that correctly? Because technically what you can do with leather is the same as fabric, but you're gonna end up working it like wood. And again, because it's a skin, I know it's leather and some people get shocked by it, but it remains noble material, leather, wood, metal. They remain noble material. I'm not a big fan of synthetic or plasticky matter. Tend to forget that it's a skin. Start calling it skin. I don't know. I don't know why. I would say it's the same way. It's the same process as normal human skin. You need moisturizer. You need a lot of moisturizer. You need a lot of. It will age with time. It will change with time. The texture, the strength of it will change. But what I love with leather is, like leather bag or everything is made for life pretty much. It's not something you're gonna change. I'm against that way of high consumption and buying things and using them and get disposed or just throw them in a bin. The idea behind what I do in bags or in top is to have something which is gonna, like a leather jacket, it's just gonna grow with you. It's just gonna change. Well, doesn't want to go. I'm going to do it again with the other one after. Without sounding too cheesy or too much into the, I would say, into let's make the world a better place and the EP tune, I still believe into a respect of how people are treated, and a lot of brands now don't really care about how they're treating the people they're working. Most of my leather, for example, come from Italy. I'm pro-European person. I believe on things in Europe, first of all, and second of all, most important, in India, in a lot of countries, people work leather. I tend to work with a lot of products, mainly acetone, ammoniac, and all of those products were extremely dangerous for the skin. I just don't want to sponsor that kind of market. Boom. And there is where the fun happens. He has to go on a dress a bit. Pretty much where I'm going. Well, sometimes it will fail. Now it's all about what I was saying before. It's all about the texture and how it's going to feel. Different leather, different strength, different width. time I start a corset and I end up with a bag, or I start a skirt and I end up with a top. Is most of the time is what I like about his mistake, or when people are like, oh, I love how you put that buckle here and you give a side. And in my head I'm thinking like, yeah, I made a mistake, I cut it off badly and I end up correcting it with that buckle, but that buckle saved my life. I never meant to put it there in the first case. So I do, most of what I make is a massive mistake, I think, but I'm having fun with it and people sometimes like to wear them, so why not?